Alright, welcome to the second example of this week. So right now I want you guys to follow me and let's try to see if we can find good trade setups while looking at the daily strength numbers but trying to trade them on a lower time frame. So I have two examples here. One is Aussie USD, which means in this case on the 11th of April, which is the date I've selected, Australian dollar is very strong, USD is neutral. So Aussie USD for a buy. And the other example is pound Aussie, pound very weak, Australian dollar very strong. So that is pound Aussie for a sell. But I'll start with Aussie USD. So here we go. I've already loaded it here. We have after that date we have that push here, so we have the strength numbers from the 11th. On the 12th we have a strong push, and then a pullback phase comes in on the 60-minute. Not much happens, and then finally after this first set of swings, price just keeps on ranging there a little bit, and then we have finally some sellers coming in to entice more people to start selling. So I bet many people jumped on this train trying to sell, and then the big boys are like, okay, I've accumulated enough orders here, now I can start my big buy. So they push up very strong, create a V formation here, and then a test phase, and then the trade works out very, very pretty. We had a nice opportunity to get in around here, or as it starts to go up. I shouldn't get carried away with trying to do a full analysis on a pair here, but this is just to illustrate that we can use the strength numbers of the daily while also trying to trade 4 hours 60. So if I were to look at the 4 hours here, that would be around here. So my buyer's territory would be there. And this is that trade we just saw. So let me quickly draw that buyer's territory. Buyer's territory there, pullback coming in. That's that V that we got on the 60-minute. And then it works out beautifully. It's a little late in the trend. As you can see, the trend started all the way here. But because we still had the big boy in our favor, we could pull this off. Apart from the obvious knowledge that we already have with all the price action tools that we use. Okay, so the other pair is pound Aussie. This one is a sell. So let's find the 11th of April. Let's see. Oh, it's quite late in the trend as well, this one. So it looks like Aussie has been strong for some time. So this is the push. Let me draw the territory on the big boy here. So this would roughly be the territory. You can even argue, isn't that a faker here? Well, it might be, but it doesn't come all the way back to the guy that started. But that's another story, obviously. So let's have a look here. We have our push down and we have the pullback coming in. Very aggressively, as I said, it looked like a faker initially, and then it started to hold here. Then we're getting a second push, and then we're getting a failure here, but it's not a proper V formation. I wouldn't see this as a proper V formation, and then it just crashes hard. So this one, very hard to trade, but it does play out. If anything, I would say there was an entry around here, but again, I shouldn't try to get into full analysis. But this was a more tricky example as prices ran away so quickly. But what I wanted to illustrate with these examples is that you can use the strength number of the daily to trade on a lower time frame as well. In fact, in the elite community, most of the people use the daily strength numbers and they trade 60-15 there. Okay, so hope that makes sense, and let's move on to the next example.